Earlier we looked at the ability to import data into Access from a variety of sources listed here on the External Data tab in the ribbon. It's also important not only to be able to import data but also to be able to export data, and so there's an export group on the External Data tab in the ribbon. We can export data to Excel, to a text file, to a PDF, to an email, to another Access database, or a Word document for merging, and there's even more options under the More button. The reason we would export data is because Access is a very powerful program, but other programs have strengths that Access doesn't possess. So for example, I may wish to export a certain table out to Excel because Excel has more strength in terms of what-if analysis and graphing. So I'm going to double click the table TBL class, and here it is here. I want to export this to Excel, so from the External Data tab in the ribbon and in the Export group, I'll click the Excel button. I notice here it's going to send it to my desktop and it's going to call it TBL class. I might actually change the name of the file to Class Export. And here I can choose from a variety of Excel formats, and I might go for an older Excel format, Excel 97 to 2003. I also have the option to export certain options, and I do want to export the formatting and the layout, so I'm going to tick this button here. I can also ask it to open the destination file after the export is complete, and I can also ask it to export only selected records. But I'm just going to tick this first option and go OK. I'd like to save the export steps so that if I repeat this action on a regular basis, and that is to send out the information in this table to Excel, I can easily do it by running a saved export. So I'm going to save the export steps. It's going to save it as Export Class Report, and that's fine, and I'll just put a little description. Exports the data or data in the table TBL class to an Excel 97 2003 file named Class Export. And just like the import procedure we looked at earlier, you can save this or create an Outlook task that reminds you on a recurring basis to do this perhaps each week. But I'll save the export. And I can close the table. So what will have happened is I will actually have a file called Class Export, which is an Excel file on my desktop. If I ever need to repeat the export process, I'll just go to External Data in the ribbon, the Export group, and I'll go to my Saved Exports button. If I go to Saved Exports, here's my export listed here. Under here I should see any saved imports, and there's my earlier saved import. But under Saved Exports, I'll click this particular export, and I'll click Run. And it says the file already exists, and do you want to replace it? So I'll go yes, and yes, and finish successfully. So every time I run this saved export, it's going to replace the file called classexport.xls on my desktop with the most recent data. And I'll click Close.